Here at the National Botanic Gardens in Glasnevin, we get a lot of people asking us questions about how we look after our plants during these really hot periods. There's a couple of key things that we like to tell people to do, and one of those relates to the actual watering of the plants. A key thing to remember is that if you water a plant during the day in the full sun and you get water droplets on the leaves, those water droplets can often act like a magnifying glass and cause scorching to the leaves and serious damage to the flowers. So we would recommend watering in the morning, placing the hose under the plant in the shade and let that water soak the soil, or doing the same thing in the evening. The most important thing is not to do it during the day. Another important factor is protecting the roots. Again, like I mentioned earlier, protecting the roots from rapid evaporation of water. So what we've done here at the gardens on newly planted trees is that we make a large, what we call mulch ring around the base of the tree, and then we add on to top of that a thick layer of organic matter, like this mulch material here. And what this does is this prevents and reduces the amount of evaporation in the soil during the summertime. Very important on your newly planted trees. So another thing that we consider very, very important here when we're planning ahead at the gardens is the density of planting. So, and the choice of plants that we use. So we will often use plants now in particular that will take summer heat and drought. And what we do is we plant them in very dense clumps. And if you look here, you can see very little soil is exposed. And what that's doing is the plant is casting a natural shade over the soil. So when the plant or the ground is irrigated, very little water is lost through evaporation, and almost all of it is being absorbed by the plant, which is allowing it to flourish, as you can see here beside me. So that means our water demands are much reduced. And if you can do the same thing in your own garden, if you're planning ahead for next year, consider planting quite densely with your summer bedding and your summer displays, and this will cut down on your water demands. Here in this beautiful hanging basket where the bumblebees are feeding, we would often add in water absorbing granules, and when you water the hanging basket, those granules absorb water and release it slowly over time, reducing the demand. The same can be done with plant pots. The advantage with plant pots also is you can move those plant pots into the shade during the really hot periods. So going forward, we're going to have to get used to these longer, drier summers, which is going to have an impact on our gardening. So considering all of this, we should be looking at plants in our garden that can take drought, plants that can tolerate full sun. These are the considerations we should be thinking about when we're planning our gardens now and into the future.